Everyone, it is still a bit chilly here in paradise, but this too shall pass. Yesterday I did not do a live. I was busy all day long, so I apologize. However, things happened yesterday. First of all, I took Mary Brotherton's promos that she does for her books and turned them into 7-second video shorts, put them up on the YouTube channel, and then put them up on our website. What I am finding out is our video shorts, which are 7-second longs on the YouTube channel, are gaining traction like crazy. People are watching them and people are responding. I am so happy about that. I am a firm believer that whatever tool that is at my disposal, I am going to use it for the office. Yesterday, L.A. Ryan was on a local radio station in Cartersville, Georgia, waiting on that interview to pop up so that I can put it everywhere so all of you all can hear it. I am so proud of this young woman. When she first came on board, it was like learning how to swim for the first time. She didn't know the process, didn't understand the process, was a little bit leery about dipping her toes into the water. Once she got it, she got it. She is learning how to build her brand and how to get out there. And I am so, so proud of her. Her book, Secrets, is live. That is what she talked about on her interview yesterday. She has several press releases coming out. I can't wait for what she's bringing me next. She says she has another book that's dancing around in her head. For those of you who do not understand about writers, once you get the bug, and this is what I explain to every writer out there that I publish that are first-time writers. Once you publish that first book, once you see that first book, it is like opening up a floodgate of words. You cannot stop writing. We call it our drug of choice. Because all of a sudden, these voices that have been dormant for so long, because other adults made us tamper down that imagination when we were kids, it's allowed to be free. We are allowed to write. We are allowed to put things on paper that was tampered down. No, you don't need to do that. No, nobody wants to read that. No, you've got to do it a certain way. All of those boundaries are gone. Everything is gone. You are free to write. This is what I tell first-time writers that come to saying, I have a story, but I don't know how to write. My very first statement is, how bad do you want to do this? And then I say, just write. It doesn't matter what you're writing, just write. You can clean it up later, you can add, you can subtract, you can flesh out your characters, you can do so much with it before you send me the final manuscript. Manuscripts have to be sent to me in a Word doc form as an attachment, not in the body of the email, not in Google Docs. Things get lost in translation. I am so proud of first-time authors that we have taken on here. There are more coming, and to see them shine, which brings me to my next author. Many of you know Gwendolyn Law from her book September Chill, which was released last year. She was one of the first authors that came to me when I started this. Her very first book, September's Chill, was released November the 30th of last year. She went dark for a little while, and I found out through my daughter, because we are mutual friends with her, that she had done a coloring book. And I said, Brandy, tell her to send that to me. This coloring book has just gone live as of midnight last night. It's called Gwen's Coloring Therapy. She created this coloring book as mental and emotional therapy for survivors of domestic violence. It goes along with September's Chill. We are very excited for this book to be out, because if someone is still in that relationship or has just gotten out of that relationship, this little coloring book has affirmations that you are enough, that you are worthy, that you are beautiful, that you have something to offer the world. I highly recommend this book. Coloring is therapeutic. It is healing. So it is on Amazon under Gwendolyn Law, and it's called Gwen's Coloring Therapy. On the 24th, no, on the 21st, Gwen's Christmas coloring book is coming out. That's for all ages. I highly recommend that as a pre-Christmas gift for a child or a grandchild. I know some families allow their children to open a gift a day or two before the fat man comes. This would be a perfect gift for that child to open up and to spend days and hours coloring before the day when they open all of their gifts. Gwendolyn's book of poetry called Fractured Soul. This woman is on fire. It's coming out on the 24th, which is in 10 days. These poems are poems from inside of her that span years. They're about love, loss, survival, thriving, hope, faith, God. If you're going through things in your life that you don't know how to get through, because sometimes life gets overwhelming. It's life is life, good or bad, it's life. But it gets overwhelming. I highly recommend Fractured Soul. There are so many things happening here at Midnight Publishing. On December the 13th, I will be with Mary Brotherton up in Melbourne at another event where she will have all of her books. She will have all of her If I Could Be books, If I Could Be a Mermaid, If I Could Be a Giant, If I Could Be a Butterfly, which are books of imagination. If I Could Be a Giant teaches a lesson of anti-bullying. And children are bullied, adults are bullied. We're bullied in the workplace, we're bullied by other adults, we're bullied by our peers, we're bullied by strangers, children are bullied by other children. This teaches a child that they don't have to deal with it. It teaches adults they don't have to deal with it. If I Could Be a Butterfly and If I Could Be a Mermaid gives the child the ability to imagine what they could do if they were something other than themselves. Mary will also have Too Many Rules, which explains to a child why there are so many rules, and the life lesson of stranger danger. She also will have The World's Best Grandfather. And what she did with this book is she took grandfathers from different places and around the world, talked about the name that child in that country calls their grandfather, and we put graphics matching those grandfathers. Beautiful little book. It will be deconstructed and put into a hardback as soon as things slow down here for a hot minute. What else do we have? We have Andrea Dean Van Scoyo's book, The Sacredness of Every Day, How Celtic Christianity Still Survives in a World Lost to Modern Civilization, and Welcome to Crowhaven Chapel. Both of these books are spiritual inspiration books for those communities. Welcome to Crowhaven Chapel reaches out to the Goth community. Many people see those who are in the Goth community as troublemakers, as devil worshippers, as, I don't know, but they're different. God only sees the inside. He doesn't see how we dress. He sees our heart. So if you know someone who's in those two communities, or if you yourself are in those communities, order those books. I think you'll find them very interesting. Again, Carol Speardoyce is second in her Delilah the Curious Flamingo. Her book comes out on the 30th of November, again in time for the holiday season. So you could buy both of those books, Delilah the Curious Flamingo and Her Christmas Town, and Delilah the Curious Flamingo Goes to a Craft Store, for a child in your life. We have so many children's books. Mary Brotherton, Linda Humphreys' Cornfield Flyers of East Tennessee, Rose Padrick Wears Wags, Carol Speardoyce's Two Little Books, Isaac Jones, Butler, and Lester. And I think that is all of my children's authors. I think. Could be wrong. Go to our Midnight Publishing Facebook page and you will see all of our authors. And again, we're getting more every day. If you are interested in joining our family, please email me at midnight_publishing@yahoo.com. That is our new email address. We have gotten to the point that we had to create an email address just for writers and authors and submissions. So it's midnight_publishing@yahoo.com. To all of my authors, I am very humbled, I am very honored, and I am very happy that you all are here. I want to welcome darling Jo Doe to our family. We are working on getting her little children's book out. It's called The Gift. As soon as I get the final manuscript, I want to get it up before the holiday season. Join us next Wednesday. That will be Mary and I as we do our Wednesday podcast. Again, things are happening so fast, and God is just blessing us. God drives this train. I have a surprise book coming out that I did not write, that Mary Brotherton did, and I think that there are certain people that will be very happy. So until tomorrow, when I will have more news, go to our YouTube channel. It's under Yvonne Mason and All Things Books and Publishing. Go to our website, which is midnight-publishing.org. Subscribe to both of those. They're free. We do not charge. Join our group page, Midnight Publishing. Friend our authors. And if you're interested, remember, we don't charge here to do your books. I do marketing, formatting, editing, book covers, videos, everything that has to do with you as an author, we do it here for $0, because that's how we roll. So until tomorrow, have the day you deserve. Support our authors, and I will see you then.